Hello tankers, so what we have here today is the mighty Tortoise. Mighty Tortoise. It's a fun tank. That big commander's cupola is really your only weak spot that people can consistently hit. And the objective is to hide it. What do I mean by that? I mean hide your commander's hatch. Now, I'm looking off to the left right now because I want to make sure some little light tank doesn't try something cute. There's only one enemy light tank, but I have seen them try to be cute and come in and spot everybody all at once. I'm also told this thing now has a new HD model, which I wish I could show you, but I don't have the tank anymore. I kind of have the 183. This was taken during Christmas. Anyway, I will be showing you some features of the armor and also advising you how to kill the tank here in a moment. But in the meantime, we're gonna roll up. And by roll up, I mean literally roll up. The top speed's 20. It's so slow. It accelerates quickly, it turns quickly, but getting to where it needs to be, if it has to go very far, is not in its vocabulary for quickness. Tortoise is what you would describe this thing as. So here is my standard setup for the Tortoise when you're in a town. This is what the enemy sees. They see the gun, the mantlet, and most of the frontal plate, but they do not see that commander's hatch right there. There is another weak point. That machine gun, not the area around it. The area around it is actually well armored, but the machine gun itself is a problem. But in the meantime, we're going to sit here. We did all that cruising up here to sit here. And sit here. Where's the enemy? Did I get here too late? Okay, well, I'm just going to sit, because I don't want to commit too early. The biggest problem I always had with this tank was if you committed too early, you were screwed. So you had to make sure of your commitment before you committed to an attack. However, you can't change your mind either. So once you commit, you better go balls deep. Or in my case, tits deep. So I come around here and I position myself in the same way, blocking that commander's hatch and waiting to see if they try to advance. I was aiming so badly for that front sprocket, I wanted to blow it. So now the French tank is going to try his luck. Hey, by the way, I can hit. And no, that commander's hatch is not my weak spot. Nice try though. I am going to back up because with an APCR shell, the 704 can derp his way through my frontal plate. Hello T-32, how are you? That is not a weak point. Nice try. Let me give you one more as a going away gift. In the meantime, hello VKB, pulling out to me broadside and shooting my front plate some more. Somebody has conveniently tracked you. I guess I'm going to keep dumping shells into that front sprocket and just blowing your tank away. If you don't use a repair kit, I'm going to kill you. Oh, you repaired it. No! Just before I reloaded. Curses. The tank girl is foiled. She's now angry. Angry Tortoise is not the Tortoise you wish to find. I can derp my way through his frontal turret plate. I don't even have to shoot him in a weak spot on that turret. The standard AP round will go right through it, through the spaced armor, all day long. I don't know why this AT-15 doesn't turn and fight me. I'm expecting him to, and he doesn't, and I'm pleasantly surprised. So now I'm advancing in. I cannot, however, just punch upper plates, but I can shoot him through the side. And I see the T-32 behind me. He gets the shot in on my back. And I turn, and this thing is so maneuverable. The traverse is so quick. You're not going to outflank me there, bud. And ramming me's pointless because I have a load of armor and I weigh a ton. And I'm backing up and I'm putting my back up against the wall. So now this Super Pershing who wanted to outflank me can't. And if you notice, I just ricocheted off the top of his plate into his frontal spaced armor. That round, however, was aimed. Now I'm fighting the Object 704. And I realized pull forward and then back up and peel him off on the building. And he's peeled, and I aim and get him. 704 is reloaded in the time it took me to peel him. Now here's an interesting fact for all of you who have trouble killing the Tortoise. That 704 shell did not hit this commander's hatch. It hit this piece of top armor and overwhelmed it. So this part, this triangle right here, is actually armored well. This part back here, however, you can overwhelm, which is annoying. Anyway, back to the fight. So I know it takes him much longer to reload than it does me. So I'm just going to pull up and shoot you. Leave you as a one-shot. And I'm rooting so hard for that T-95 right now because I have no help. All I can do is back up because I know that 704 has got to be reloaded by now. And he is probably flinging APCR just to derp his way through my frontal plate because that's where his first shot went. That right there. Straight through the front plate with an APCR shell. So it's my safe assumption as a tanker that he's just flinging gold. And that I shouldn't poke myself out and expose myself if I can help it. However, this thing's very maneuverable and highly accelerates quite well. So I got you! Stallinwood! Seriously! You all saw that, right? Just one of those days! Come on, really? You punch my front plate, I punch yours twice, but then I get a side shot, it doesn't work, and then the Lore 40T kills you. Sad face. I was robbed by RNG. In the meantime, let's go take a look at the final outcome of this battle, shall we? So here we are. Mighty Tortoise, mighty cold. This is the Windstorm match. 6,000 damage. This tank is a DPM machine with an average of 400 per shot, and you're pumping out one shot in the chamber plus an additional 12 shots. You're talking 5,200 damage a minute. There is nothing that can match it in just sheer shot for shot. I'm going to keep shooting and shooting and shooting. Also, blocked by armor, 2,600. This is a heavy tank without a turret. It really is. And it's so much fun to play it like this when you get into a heavy brawling situation. So, this is the end of the first piece of the video. We're now going to skip on to the next piece.